Think about the last time you met someone new. That little moment where you exchange numbers, it seems so simple, doesn't it? But the way we do it on our iPhones has actually gone through this quiet revolution. It's transformed from a clumsy, error-prone chore into something that's seamless, secure, and honestly, a surprisingly powerful way to manage our connections.
Oh, we've all been there. That feeling of slight panic. You're trying to save a new number as someone's rattling it off, just fumbling with the keypad. You hit save, but you've got that nagging feeling that you just created a digital dead end. It's that tiny, totally universal frustration that our phones have, well, finally solved.
So before our phones got this smart, sharing contact info was a whole thing. It was this verbal dance of spelling out names, repeating numbers, a system that felt like it was practically designed for mistakes, especially if you're in a noisy room. Right? You're in a busy coffee shop. You can barely hear over the espresso machine. You're asking, wait, was that Smith with a TH or Smith with two Fs? It's in these tiny moments of confusion that our address books just fill up with errors.
And this whole back and forth confirmation process, it's not just slow, it's so unreliable. One wrong digit and poof, that important new connection is just lost. For years, we all just kind of accepted this flawed system as the only way. But what if the solution was as simple as just being near someone? Well, modern iPhones have tapped into the power of proximity with a feature that honestly feels like a little bit of magic. It's designed specifically for those face-to-face connections.
It's called Name Drop, and it uses the same kind of tech as AirDrop, but it lets you seamlessly swap contact cards just by bringing two iPhones close to each other. All of a sudden, there's no typing, no spelling, just an instant, perfect connection.
The process itself is just beautifully simple. You bring the tops of your unlocked iPhones together, and you'll feel this subtle little vibration and see a cool glow on the screen. Then, you get a clear choice. You can do a mutual exchange, or you can just receive their info. It's instant, it's intuitive, and it puts you completely in control.
Now, for this magic to work, there are just a few little things you need to check. Both of you need to be on iOS 17.1 or newer, and you've got to have both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turned on. And there's a setting deep in your AirDrop settings called Bringing Devices Together. Just make sure that's toggled on.
So here's a really key difference to remember. NameDrop is specifically for sharing your own contact card. If you want to share, say, a friend's contact with someone, you'll still use the classic AirDrop feature. Just think of it this way. NameDrop is for, hey, nice to meet you, while AirDrop is for, hey, you should meet my friend. Of course, we're not always standing right next to the person we need to share contact with. For pretty much everyone else, there's the classic and still incredibly useful method of sharing through your favorite apps. Your iPhone is designed to share contacts pretty seamlessly through almost any communication app you can think of. From the Contacts app, you just tap Share Contact, and you can send it off via messages, mail, WhatsApp, you name it. That flexibility is what makes it so incredibly powerful. And what really makes this work so well is its universality. It's not locked into the whole Apple ecosystem. When you share a contact, it's sent as what's called a .vcf file, which is basically a universal digital business card. It works on any device, iPhone, Android, your computer, making sure your connection actually lands successfully. So sharing is easy, but sharing smartly? That's even more important. The real power of your iPhone's contact system isn't just in how you share, but in what you choose to share. You have complete and total control over your privacy.
But listen, sharing someone else's information comes with a really important rule of etiquette. Before you go and forward a friend's number, please always ask their permission first. It's a simple act of respect that protects their privacy, and honestly, it maintains trust. And here's where you get that really granular control. When you're sharing any contact, including your own, you don't have to send the whole shebang. Right before you send, you can manage the information, unchecking any private fields, like a home address or a personal email. You get to be the curator of your own contact card.
Okay, here's a real pro-level strategy for managing your digital identity. Create 2 separate contact cards for yourself. You could have a personal card for friends and family and a professional one for networking. The professional one might have your work email and your LinkedIn profile while leaving out your home address. This one simple step makes sharing in different situations fast, easy, and perfectly secure.
So ultimately, all of this points to a larger idea. Modern contact sharing isn't just about convenience anymore. It's become a complete system designed for ease, for accuracy, and
Most importantly, for privacy.
So, what are the big takeaways here? Well, first, there's the ease of features like name drop that just get rid of those manual errors. Second, the accuracy of a perfect digital transfer. And I think most importantly, the control, the power that you have to decide exactly what information you share and who you share it with.
All of this leaves us with a much bigger question to think about. A contact card. That's just one tiny piece of our digital identity. As our online and offline lives continue to merge together, how we manage and curate and share that identity is going to become one of the most important skills we have. What comes next? Well, that's a story we're all writing together.